Hello, good morning, Doreen, the therapist again. And I would like to share a story before I discuss what I want to discuss today. So, as I had already shared earlier, I've been a clinical officer for the past 14 years now. And I used to see children a lot. So, at my previous working station, I would see children most of the time. So, there's this one morning, dad comes with her daughter, a beautiful young girl, 3 years, around 3 to 4 years. The girl had hurt her arm, left arm, and it was really swollen. And so the dad tells me that, children, they play. She fell and hurt her and her arm. So, yeah, I look at him and I feel, that sixth sense, I feel like there's something more that you're not telling me. So I say, I just tell myself, and we'll just check the other history that was there previously. So I go through her history. She's not a first time patient. She had previously been seen at the facility. So this was the third visit. The first visit was sometime in 2023, and I see from the doctor's notes that the child had some bruises on the face and some on her back, and they were cleaned. Not much is said about the bruises. So I go to the next visit. And the next visit now was last year. The child had come again with a broken leg. And the explanation was also not very clear. So now the child having come with a broken arm or a bruised arm, I felt there could be something more. So what do? Obviously, most probably I would just have examined the hand and checked the child's hand nicely, the arm nicely, then sent for an x-ray and treated her, probably. But then for this one, I tell the dad, kindly allow me to examine the child from head to toe. I just want to see, probably when she fell, maybe she had somewhere else. But at the back of my mind, I already feel that this could be more than what I can see. So I tell the child to lie on the couch. I try to be very friendly. It's a young girl, a beautiful girl. So she goes up the couch, and I ask the dad to undress her, to help me undressing her. And wow, I was shocked because the child had marks on her neck, on her shoulder, handprints on her thighs, some bites on just here. And yeah, I just confirmed my fear. This was actually a child going through physical abuse, and the dad was trying to hide it because he was protecting whoever was hurting the child. That meant that whoever was hurting the child must have been a very close person. So to do away with that story, of course, we helped the child and everything worked out well. So it brings me to the topic today. I want us to discuss physical abuse in children. What is physical abuse? Physical abuse is inflicting pain, non-accidental physical injury in a child, either by hitting them, by kicking them, by biting them, by shaking them very hard, or pushing them with force. That is what is called physical abuse. And it actually happens it is caused by people very close to the child most of the time. And it is behind doors, and it is masked by silence, because children that undergo trauma like this don't speak a lot, so it's not very easy for you to pick. So what are the signs and symptoms that you can pick that you can help this child? The most, of course, obvious one is those injuries. You will see a bite probably on the face or the hand. You can see handprints if it was a slap. You can see a child that always wears long sleeves to try and hide the injuries. When a teacher maybe says, let's remove the sweaters, this particular child is not very comfortable about it. Some behavioral changes that you can see as symptoms would be, if by accident you just move and you wanted to touch the child will flinch or is scared of physical contact. Something else, it is a child that is withdrawn, a child that has a very low esteem. But it can also be the extremes of aggressivity, a child that is quite aggressive, or it can now go to passivity where the child is quiet and crawls to their own corner. All these are signs and symptoms of physical abuse. And how do we help a child that we suspect is going through physical abuse. The best way to help a child that you suspect is going through child abuse is by calling the 116, the Child Protection Unit number, or you can go to the chief's office and report this, or you can take the child to hospital, and by that, from the hospital, then we are able to process the help that this child needs from there. How do we prevent physical child abuse? The best one is to let the child know their rights to safety, that they have a right to speak. If they're going through something, let us teach them that they can actually speak it out. They don't have to hide behind the silence. They can speak it and we can get them help. Another way is educating caregivers and parents that discipline doesn't have to be so painful. Discipline it corrects out of love, but then the abuse is punishment that inflicts so much pain. So we educate caregivers and parents on parenting skills, how to have different forms of discipline, and still it works very well. So let us be the ears, the hearts, the eyes that protect our children, that we will bring this physical abuse to an end, because the children will not speak. If you and I are not keen, we won't help them. So let us be keen. Teachers, Sunday school teachers, parents, let us all be watchful of the red flags and help these children. Thank you. Bye-bye.